What is up, guys? It's your friendly neighborhood web war Fanatic, and I am here to follow up on my Doctor Strange is the most overrated hero in Marvel Champions video. And I got a lot of pushback on that video, understandably so. So I just want to kind of justify and explain why I don't think the title is clickbait at all, and why I think even though Doctor Strange is a super duper powerful hero, he is still overrated generally by our community. So the first big thing is the 25 blank card challenge that I did. So basically, there's this thing where a lot of people in the community have told me that Doctor Strange can defeat most villains. Specifically, he can defeat Venom Goblin with 25 blank cards. And what are 25 blank cards? So basically, when you're building a deck in Marvel Champions, you must use the 15 hero cards, the identity specific cards, when building that deck. And 25 cards or more you can put with other cards. So instead of putting 25 aspect cards or whatever, we're going to put 25 blank cards, so cards that don't have any effect and just have a resource icon. And there's a sentiment going around in the community that for over years, that Doctor Strange can defeat most villains with those 25 blank cards. And I'm a firm believer that he cannot do that. And whenever I did the challenge showing that he can't defeat villains from the core set, like Ultron or Klaw with the 25 blank cards, I got a lot of pushback, and a lot of people were telling me that they've never heard of this 25 blank card challenge, that I'm the one that told them. Basically, a lot of people were telling me that they've never heard about the 25 blank card challenge until I did it in this video right here, and that, they feel like that I'm arbitrarily, making up this challenge and then losing with it to show that Strange is not strong. And that is entirely fair, right? We're in different parts of the world. We have different friend groups, right? So people that I'm around, people that I speak to have told me that it's entirely fair if you haven't heard of it. But I have. So I'm just going to share my experience here. So I'm going to pull up some screenshots that I've taken. And these are all screenshots from a public forum, particularly Reddit. And I blanked out everyone's names. I've also had private conversations and conversations in person where people have told me that, Strange can, defeat most scenarios with the 25 blank cards. But I'm not going to, show any of that because I feel like that should be private. I don't think that's okay to do that. So I'm going to just, show some public forum stuff that you guys can see. And I covered up everyone's names. I don't want any hate to anybody. I do want to say a lot of the people that I've spoken to that I'm going to show, what they're saying here, they are my friends. We've had like many discussions over Marvel Champions, debates, arguments back and forth. But a lot of these people are people that I do respect. So please don't show any hatred towards them or their comments. I think that a lot of people are earnestly they just believe that, Doctor Strange can defeat a lot of villains with 25 blank cards. And I think that's entirely fair. And I'm just trying to show that I didn't make up the 25 blank card rule. This has been going on for years. And I showed all the dates here so you guys can see that it has been going on for way before I even started playing this game. Okay, so the first comment here is someone commented 15 out of 40 cards are hero cards. And then they're saying that they don't think that any hero should be able to win in hard scenarios or expert with over half the deck being the blank cards, sort of duds, right? And it says it's also healthy for players to have strengths and weaknesses if every character started the game with an invocation deck and a multi-rifle, it'd be dual. So yeah, I completely agree with this this comment here. I also don't think that any hero should be able to win against hard scenarios or expert scenarios with over half of your cards being blanks. I don't think, and I think that's true in Marvel Champions. I don't think that there's any hero that can win those scenarios with half the cards, being blank. And then someone else replied to this comment and it said, I absolutely agree and wouldn't have it any other way. And this was in a Spider-Man post that I made, but the argument being made is for Spider-Man being S tier. And then they said that I argue Strange could take Venom Goblin with 25 blank cards, something I highly doubt Spidey can reliably do, which is completely fine. But this comment right here, I'd argue Strange could take Venom Goblin with 25 blanks. A lot of people told me that it's hyperbole. People are exaggerating, that I'm taking it too serious. This is someone that I've spoken to, multiple times, and I respect this person a lot. And they're saying that they think that Strange can beat Venom Goblin with 25 blanks. I don't think that they are exaggerating. I think that's how they honestly feel, and I respect that opinion. I personally don't think it's true. And I mean, I can be proven wrong if someone, does it and there's a gameplay or something like that, right? But I don't think Strange in any world can defeat Venom Goblin with 25 blanks. And I think that this comment right here is one example of, showing that that is a common perception in the community. And I think that's what I'm trying to show here, that it is a common perception. And a lot of people have not ever heard that, which is fine. But I guess in my circle, it is a common thing. So I just want to show that I'm not making this up out of like thin air or whatever, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next comment. I have all the screenshots powered up here, pulled up here. So this is me posting something. I said thanks, and I said I appreciate your thoughts. So I'm talking to someone, and then I'm saying that I argue that Ham and Strange would not be able to defeat Venom Goblin and Ronan with an underpowered deck, especially not with blank cards. So this is 4 months ago. Yeah, and I stand by that. I don't think Spider Ham or Doctor Strange can defeat Venom Goblin or Ronan with an underpowered deck, and definitely without 25 blank cards. And then someone replied to my comment, and it said, there are plenty of people who have beaten Venom Goblin with Strange and 25 blank cards. So this is a pretty definitive statement, and they're saying that plenty of people have actually done this. I've never done this. I cannot do this. I attempted what I consider, I think everyone will agree with me, that Ultron is a way easier villain than Venom Goblin, and has easier minions, because Ultron and Jones have one scheme, one attack, one hit point, and Venom Goblin has more hit point minions, more attack minions, some of quick strike and stuff like that. So yeah, I personally don't agree with this, and I think it's okay, but I don't think that this comment is necessarily coming from anything like a bad area or like a trolling or anything like that. This person just kind of saying their opinion, and I mean they're just saying that many people have beaten Venom Goblin with Strange and 25 blanks. So I feel like they're honestly just telling me, hey, like I think you have it wrong. A lot of people have beaten Venom Goblin with Strange and 25 blanks. So this person that sent me this comment, they also replied, I often talk to the same people over and over again, which is funny. I love having a discussion with you guys. But this exact same person commented again on my newest post with the Doctor Strange, actually doing the 25 blank card challenge, and this is what they said. So this part they're replying to someone else, but then they direct the second part of the statement to me and say that you cherry pick scenarios that he's not good at, and are then complaining that he's not all that. So this exact same person was a person that was saying that plenty of people have beaten Venom Goblin with Strange and 25 blanks, and I even gave Doctor Strange a weaker villain. Like Ultron is much more easy than Venom Goblin, and if you guys want me to do it, I can do Venom Goblin with Strange and get destroyed way quicker than facing Ultron. But I actually wanted to give Strange more of a shot because I thought the Venom Goblin one would just be way too quick. So I actually wanted to have Strange, last a turn or two. So that's why I ended up doing Ultron. I didn't cherry pick them at all, and I picked core scenarios that everyone has that I thought would be a good, frame of reference. And Klaw is what a lot of people consider to be the best test villain to like test your decks against. So I thought that if I jumped down to Klaw as a test villain, that would also be good. I honestly did not, I don't even think that Klaw and Ultron are like necessarily counters to Strange. I think Strange can easily defeat them if you build a deck for Strange, not even countering those scenarios, just a regular deck for Strange without 25 blank cards. This 25 blank card challenge, I did not create. Like, this was a challenge that I've heard around the community a lot. And yeah, I did not create this challenge. I just wanted to show that it was not true, that it was a myth. You know what I mean? I just wanted to prove that the 25 blank thing is not something that Strange is capable of. And then let's move on to the next comment. So these are comments that I'm not sure were directed. I don't think they were directed at me. I think they're just comments that I was Googling, and I just want to find more public forums where people are talking about Strange. So this was from 9 months ago. And then, let's see. So he's saying here that the only reason people say Strange could beat anyone with blank cards is because he has an invocation deck. So this is kind of acknowledging 9 months ago, and I probably never even heard about the blank card thing 9 months ago because I was just starting getting into the game. I was just playing only Spider-Man, right? So it said that Strange could beat, like, people say that. Like, this person saying that people say Doctor Strange could beat anyone with blank cards. I think that's kind of confirmed that it is a common sentiment. And then let's go to the next comment. So right here it says, where's the part about Strange? So right here it says, some characters, like Doctor Strange, you can make an entire basic deck for, but it's more about the fact that you can put 25 blank cards with some characters and win. And, I'm not sure this person is implying Doctor Strange. I feel like that they are implying, Doctor Strange is that super powerful hero that you can put the 25 blank cards in and win. And this post was made 2 years ago. So, I mean, this sentiment has been going around for a very long time, from 2 years ago until now, the 25 blank card challenge and that Strange can defeat it. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep going on here with the different screenshots. So this person right here said 10 months ago, with Strange, you can literally play with 25 blank cards and do okay. And I obviously you can argue what do okay means. I would argue that Doctor Strange with 25 blank cards is weaker than every other hero in Marvel Champions with a fully built deck, right? A lot of people, I'm not trying to say this, a lot of people would say that Hulk is the weakest hero. I don't know if I think Hulk is the weakest hero, but Hulk with a fully built out deck, I mean, I've been Expert Magneto with that, and I don't think Strange can defeat Expert Magneto with 25 blank cards, right? So I think that all heroes in the game, if they have a full deck, are stronger than Doctor Strange, what a lot of people consider the strongest hero with 25 blanks, because 25 blank cards is not that good. So I would argue that Doctor Strange with 25 blank cards doesn't do okay. I will argue that he will become the weakest hero if no one else has 25 blanks, right? And that's not to say that, having that Doctor Strange is weak. I'm not saying he's weak, guys. I think he's really powerful, just not 25 blank powerful. And then, I think all the comments that I've shown has a lot of like upvotes, which means that a lot of people agree. So it's not just that people are saying this, but a lot of people are agreeing that Doctor Strange can defeat, a bunch of villains, difficult villains, Venom Goblin with 25 blank cards. And then I think, oh yeah, we have one more here. And this one is actually really interesting to me. So before I made the last video, I didn't know where the 25 blank card challenge came from. And a lot of people were telling me, like, in our discussions and everything, that they believe that someone actually created this challenge and did this thing. And I dug this up, just kind of Google searching the 25 blank card thing with Doctor Strange for Marvel Champions. So basically, they're having a conversation here, and this is also 2 years ago. So between its invocations and its own 15 cards, you very rarely need to play any base or aspect cards. You can just run 3 double resource and 22 blanks, and Doctor Strange would still be a powerful hero. And then someone commented and they replied, I think they're agreeing. Yeah, this was a more complicated way of saying invocation deck and 25 blank cards wins games. Yeah, I think it wins very easy games against easier scenarios. I don't think it wins, tougher games. And I don't think anyone here is joking or trolling, right? A lot of people told me that where I'm getting the 25 blank card thing from, it's people trolling me or people, exaggerating or making a joke and I'm taking it too serious. I believe everyone here, is all earnest. Like, I think all these comments are, honest comments, and people are just having a discussion about the game, which we all love. And then someone else replies here, I haven't gotten around to Doctor Strange in my 25 blank card series, but yeah, I expect he's going to do fine, so I'll put him up against one of the hardest scenarios. And I would argue that if you put him up against the hard scenarios, he will definitely lose. Like, if it's a difficult scenario that's harder than Klaw, I don't think Strange can win that with the 25 blanks. And then they replied to this. They said, I realized, wait, Strange is easy mode for that kind of challenge. So once again, the 25 blank card challenge, Doctor Strange is easy mode for it. It's what the common sentiment is. And I do not agree that he is, easy mode for that 25 blank card challenge. So yeah, I mean, these are all of, these are some screenshots that I pulled up. It doesn't show even like the entire conversation with people that I've had. And once again, a lot of people are people that I'm friends with, that I respect. And I don't think that they're saying anything, mean or malicious. I think it's just that they're just sharing their opinion. And I really want to change this perception of Doctor Strange. Now, I can totally be open to the possibility that I'm in like a very, niche group in Marvel Champions where we're talking about 25 blank cards thing, and why maybe not a lot of people, like maybe not the majority of people actually think that Doctor Strange can win with 25 blanks. And if you're a part of a community that, doesn't think that or has never heard that, I completely respect that. And I'm open to the possibility to maybe that isn't the majority opinion, right? Like that people don't usually say that Doctor Strange can win 25 blanks. But just in my circle, the people that I usually speak to, that is the majority opinion just with the people that I'm with. I'm not saying that my perception and my experience is the true experience, right? And it could be the wrong experience, right? It could be the minority. But just at least my experience of the game is that a lot of people are saying this, and a lot of people have told me this personally in real life, in direct messages and stuff like that. So if a lot of people are telling me that Doctor Strange can defeat Venom Goblin with 25 blank cards and most villains with 25 blank cards, then I would argue he is very overrated. And I did not mean any type of exaggeration for my last video where I said that I'm proving that Doctor Strange is the most overrated hero because that makes him the most overrated hero. And I want to do a little bit of a basketball analogy that a lot of you guys have already heard because I've spoken with you guys about it. But for example, I love discussing basketball and like the greatest players of all time. I personally believe Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. If you were to tell me that Michael Jordan can defeat in a 1v3 game against LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant, I would say that you are overrating Michael Jordan, right? Because one player can't guard three players in one game and expect to win. So even though Michael Jordan is still the best player of all time, he can still be overrated. He can still be really good and be overrated if someone's going to exaggerate and mean what they're saying, that he can do this feat. So by that same example, even if Doctor Strange is the most powerful hero in the game, I'm not taking away from the fact that he's very, very powerful, very, very good. But if you're going to tell me that he can defeat most villains with 25 blank cards, that is overrating him. And to me, that is so much of an exaggeration that it's saying that him being weaker than every other hero in the game, because that's what I think 25 blank cards would do to a hero. It will make them the weakest hero in the game. That the weakest hero in the game can defeat most villains, can defeat Venom Goblin, can do all the stuff. And yeah, I think that that is the definition of overrating someone, and that's overrating Doctor Strange. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of pushback on this video. And before I made this video, I even spoke to a few content creators and I was telling them my hesitation and my worries for making such a video because I was worried about all the pushback and everything that I would get. And I didn't want it to be super controversial, but I knew at the same time that it would be. And I just wanted to thank everybody that was supportive of me and everyone in the comments, all of you guys too that are watching this video. Just thank you for all the kind words and thank you for so many people giving me the benefit of the doubt, because I can definitely see how it can be interpreted that I am being, clickbaity, that I'm exaggerating, that I'm being controversial on purpose, which some people have told me that they think that I am. I completely see that, guys. Like, it would make sense, especially if you never heard about the 25 blank card challenge and I'm doing this. It's like, okay, Web Warriors telling me about 25 blank card challenge, then he's doing it and he's losing, he's trying to prove a point. Like, but that's not the case. I've shown you guys here, it is a common sentiment in Marvel Champions. And this is a huge topic to me, and it's something that I feel very passionate about. A lot of you guys already know the story, but when I first started playing Marvel Champions, I never even attempted to face, Expert Ronin with Peter Parker, because I just thought that he would lose based on what I read. A lot of people said that Peter Parker cannot defeat the most difficult villains on true solo. And it was only after, watching Death Cry Gaming and seeing him do it with Iron Man that I found out it was possible with Peter Parker Spider-Man. And that kind of changed the game for me and really made me love this game. So I have this screenshot right here of a newer player commenting on my recent post. And they said that I just got Strange over the weekend and have been getting stomped by Apocalypse over and over and over. And it was frustrating because all I heard is that Strange is so bonkers broken and overpowered that he's not even fun to play because a baby could auto win every time. And I've seen that sentiment as well. And then he's struggling massively with Doctor Strange, and he doesn't get it. And then he's saying right here, it's making me feel like I am actually extremely bad at this game after all. And I think that's terrible. And to this person, you are not bad at the game, right? You're still winning with Bishop here. Just because you don't have the same experience with Doctor Strange, it doesn't mean you're bad. And I've proven that Doctor Strange is not an autopilot hero. He is not an auto win. He cannot defeat most villains with 25 blank cards. And I kind of can relate to this player getting swayed by what the community perception was for Peter Parker Spider-Man before I started playing this game, and his kind of perception here for Doctor Strange. And like I said before, I knew this video would be controversial. I told people that I was hesitant to do it, but I didn't want to keep quiet. I really wanted to, use my platform to kind of tackle this perception of Doctor Strange and just show that he isn't all that. That yes, he's still very powerful, but let's not exaggerate and say that he is an autopilot hero, or that he trivializes the game of Marvel Champions, or that he can defeat most villains with 25 blank cards. And that is all I'm asking for here, because I think that it's bad for our community. I think that it hurts a lot of new players, and it just gives them unrealistic expectations for their own game and for towards the game of Marvel Champions. So yeah, that is the full story of where I first heard of the 25 blank card challenge, why I decided to do the 25 blank card challenge, why I feel like it's important to dispel this perception, to debunk this myth about Doctor Strange, and to not put him on a pedestal but to realize that he's a regular hero just like all the other heroes in Marvel Champions. Every hero is unique and fun and playable in their own way, and Marvel Champions is an amazing game that I know that we all love and really enjoy, and I don't think that, any hero breaks this game or makes a game, trivialized or anything like that. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone so much. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video, and I really appreciate everyone for all your support. Definitely there was way more, the overwhelming majority of supportive comments than negative comments, and I always try to hone in onto those support comments. So I think it can definitely be difficult because a lot of people that were being super kind and supportive, they've also never heard of the 25 blank card challenge with Doctor Strange. So for you guys to give me the benefit of the doubt and not assume that I'm being clickbaity or like lying or creating this challenge by myself to just debunk it, I really appreciate you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone that commented, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.